start out with a couple comments about tonight's game, and then we'll open up for questions.
Well, I'm glad we got the win, and I'm glad we got the rust knocked off. I think every first practice back from Christmas is always, it's always a challenge. It's a challenge for players and it's a challenge for a coach. So we didn't have that. We tried to get up and down a little bit more in our shoot around today, went a little bit longer than we normally would to try to help with that. And I'll be honest with you, in terms of knocking the rust off, I was pleased. I thought our players did okay in that area. I thought that we made some adjustments, and most of those were just mental. And I was pleased to see when we came out in that second half. So overall, I think we accomplished what we needed to accomplish.
We'll go to Maria for the first question. Maria?
Coach, you called a quick timeout in the third quarter. I think it was just at the 8:40 mark. What was your thinking then?
Well, I wasn't happy, and we had given our players a few points to focus on, to execute in the second half, and we probably in 2 possessions messed up every point that I came up. I mean, it was every one of them, and so I just needed to remind them to get on my page in that timeout.
Chloe?
Coach, all of your players were able to score tonight. Just how does this make you feel, and how useful do you see this depth going forward into the rest of the season and these upcoming SEC games?
Well, I think anytime you can get everybody minutes and everybody gets to put a point on the board, I think it's good for morale. I think some of the players that don't get as many minutes in some closer games, I think it's good for them in these games. What I'm more pleased with, at any point in any game, you're going to need somebody, and you don't know when that's going to happen. And so everybody has to be ready. And so having these games, having these opportunities for everybody on the team is important, and hopefully gives them confidence and gives their teammates confidence in them as well.
Madison?
Coach, your team found a lot of success in the paint right now, outscoring Lipscomb in the paint 47-6, and then out rebounding them as well, 47-29. Just talk about the success that you guys had in the paint. Not so much on the 3-point line, but I know that was probably just legs coming back from the long 8-day break.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I like the way you're thinking there. I think for us going into this game, we knew we would have the size advantage. We wanted to get the ball inside and give ourselves opportunities to score. We wanted post touches, paint touches, both were really important. Also, I think their game plan was to keep it behind the 3-point line, so they weren't going to attack. So you're going to see a little bit of disparity there because the game plans we're going to lean towards that. But I am proud of our team for getting it in there and scoring, because I think that's where our strength is.
How well is Renaja Davis playing right now, earning her 32nd career double-double tonight and tying that 6 overall with Tamika Catchings? I mean, that's got to be an honor just to be in the same comparison with Tamika Catchings.
Well, when I got the word that you're talking about Tamika Catchings and Renaja Davis in the same sentence, really puts things into perspective, because obviously she's one of the greatest. I think Renaja right now, she's playing with confidence, but she also is understanding how important it is for her to rebound. I thought she defended pretty well today. Those things are also really important, and she's played better. Her games have been better when she has rebounded better, and I think she was really going after it tonight. And whether that's to get her a double-double, move up in the rankings, we'll take it, because I think she understood that that's important for this basketball team, and she can do it for this basketball team.
Will?
You guys had a pretty rough second quarter offensively. I think you shot 4 for 14. What did you talk to them about at halftime to kind of get them back on track in that area?
Well, in that second quarter, I had several different folks in, a lot of different combinations, trying some things out. I thought we got a little lax in our communication, which didn't directly affect our shooting percentage, but probably indirect. We weren't quite on the same page in that quarter. So at halftime, we talked more about better ball movement. I thought that would have helped us in that second quarter. We were a little stagnant with the ball in the second. And we talked about being better communicators, listening, communicating with each other, echoing calls from the bench as well. I think those things, those mental things really, really helped our team in the second half.
Maria?
Coach, we had Lauren Sumsky, Avant, when she was here in earlier, and she said that she wanted a DNA test because your mannerisms and some of the things you say and do is like Pat Summitt spits you out. Having Lauren back and Ariel over there, just how special was it? Sort of like a Lady Vol reunion on the sideline tonight.
Yeah, and they've got a couple players, obviously a daughter of a Lady Vol, sister of a Lady Vol, 2 former Lady Vols. We were able to get some picks before the game, which was really cool. I called it point guard power. I have a lot of respect for what they're doing over there. I think they're really, really good. I mean, you can tell when you watch them play, you understand what they're trying to do. They're, the way that Lauren was coaching them was really impressive. So she's going to be a superstar. I mean, she's really talented. I think a lot of them. I think first off, they're really good people, and both Ariel and Lauren and that whole staff. So I think when you start with good people and then you've got some talent, you're going to have something special.
Gustavo?
Coach, you start SEC schedule on the 31st. What is your takeaways as tonight was the last non-conference game? What's your takeaway from your team?
Well, I think, now you're in the SEC and there's no easy wins. There's no cupcakes. It's all tough. I think you've got to have a team that's willing to step out and compete every single night and be able to get back up the next day. I think, it's just very rigorous in the SEC. It's very physical. It's demanding. It's taxing on you mentally and physically. And you can't be fragile. You cannot have a fragile team and be successful in the SEC. I think we've shown some toughness. I was proud of our competitiveness in our fight at West Virginia. Didn't pull off the win. We're able to do that at Indiana with again, competitiveness and toughness. And I like to see that attitude and poise going down the stretch in that Indiana game. And I think our players are ready for this. I think they're excited about it and, looking forward to the challenge ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you, guys. Happy New Year if I don't get to talk to you.